What's up, you guys? It's your boy, the Kryptonian saying, bringing you a review for One Piece chapter 157. This ending. So, I have a question, okay? Ace says, I'm just looking for my kid brother, right? This is what's got me, okay? Are they related? Because, again, it's the panels. And now that I'm looking, there's a whole bunch of stuff that kind of makes me think this, okay? One, the fact that Luffy is right on top of Ace's panel when he's saying that. But when you look, Luffy's got a hat on his head, similar kind of hair design, only Luffy doesn't have the bangs. But I'm wondering how much of that is the fact that Luffy's younger. Now, the other thing, Ace has got a hat also. It's not a straw hat, but the hat is in the same shape. So, I don't know, man. Like, that's something I'm going to keep my eye on. I'm really wondering that. But overall, this is a really good setup chapter, man. Like, this is one of those chapters you read it and you know that the storm is coming. Oh, let me rephrase that. We've known a storm has been coming towards Alabasta for a moment, right? Because everyone's been going towards it. And when, in this chapter, when the Baroque works, all the people come, and there's over 200 men coming, okay? And we know Smoker's there. We know that Crocodile's there. And we know that Ace has been waiting on Luffy, so we know it's going down. But just that brief confrontation and the fact that Ace is right under Whitebeard. I don't know who Whitebeard is, like, and we know Smoker's there, okay? But the thing is everyone is just, they're all here on Alabasta. And Luffy, you know he's going to have his confrontation with Ace, okay? Because he said that he's waiting on him, okay? Now I'm wondering if that's maybe not going to be an actual fight. And that's more of him like, yo, you my kid brother, yada yada. Feels moment maybe, you know, where the emotions kind of get to you. But we know he's going to have his confrontation with Crocodile. And the fact is you have Smoker there. Smoker is a wild card because of what Crocodile does, they can't really interfere with each other. So that's going to be a wild card. I've kind of got my eyes on that. But the thing is I love Ace, man. Like, I haven't seen too much of him. I saw him in the 1 Minute Melee. But it's just different things that go on in this that really make me feel like Ace is a mix between Zoro and Luffy. And Luffy's fun to read. I really don't care for the character, but he's fun to read. And with Zoro just has those moments where it's a mix between badassery and just not really giving a damn, okay? And what I'm talking about is, you remember when they were going into the Grand Line, one of the things Zoro did, Zoro just went to sleep. And you had all this wacky weather changing everything. Zoro slept through it all, okay? And when we get introduced to Ace, and he's kind of in his casual gear, he's shirtless, got the hat on, he's got the pants, he's eating, and then he falls asleep. And people thought he actually died, okay? That tells you he had some really good sleep, man. Because they thought he might have ate, I believe, the strawberry spider, which is a poisonous spider that looks like a strawberry, hence the name. But the thing is Ace just went to sleep. So you know that the voyage he had to get there was probably pretty long, probably very tiresome. But the other thing is when Ace wakes up, he looks at those people that are concerned about him. He says, hey, talking to the barkeep, did you hire these people? And he's like, no. Ace goes right back to sleep. That is some shit Zoro would do. But the other thing is when you look at all of this, okay? The beautiful thing is Ace is eating in a way that I could see Luffy eating, okay? So that was just the thing, like the way that Ace is holding on to his fork, clutching onto it, that's the type shit I could see Luffy doing, okay? And to use like a Dragon Ball reference, I can't remember which scene it was, but there's this one scene, I believe it was filler, where Goku was fighting over a bone that has some meat on it with the animal. I think that was filler in the anime, but again, that's just that stubbornness, okay? So I like that, but I like Ace's design. I like how when Ace is first shown, he has this pretty cool look to him, okay? Now, the thing is he's got that tattoo on the back, which definitely implies that Ace is a pirate, okay? And he's supposed to be with some guy, Whitebeard. Let me know. I don't recall there being a Whitebeard, okay? I know there was Blackbeard, but I don't recall Whitebeard, but Ace is right under him. Now look at all that food. That's what I mean. Desert strawberry, not strawberry spider. But look at all that food, people. That is some shonen main character shit, where most shonen main characters have a hefty appetite. And again, I can see Luffy eating that much. But Ace is just face first down in his food. And I like the tattoo that's got A, S, and then it's got the X crossed out, and then CE. I like that. And then the other thing on this is one of the things I like is it's got the S. And if you recall, during my first One Piece chapter review, chapter 1, one of the questions I had was whether or not, or it was the buggy arc. It was one of them. It was really early on. But one of the questions I had was whether or not Shanks was Luffy's father, okay, or uncle or something, okay. And the reason why I was wondering that was, you know, when we saw younger Shanks, and I think it was the buggy arc too. But the thing is, you know, younger Shanks looked a little bit like Luffy. Now you have, you know, Ace showing up, and there's some similarities in their designs, okay. And then you look at Ace's tattoo. There's an S down there. The S is crossed out. I'm wondering if the S means Shanks, okay? So just little small things. I'm kind of spitballing at this point. You know, there isn't enough to say whether or not there is a relationship there. It's kind of like how in in Dragon Ball, it is pretty damn definite. Super Boo is the strongest Boo. I was reading some Facebook comments and everything, and I'm like, you people are fucking stupid. The manga says that Super Boo is stronger. Goku flat out says he can't beat him, even if he and Vegeta team up, but he fights Kid Buu. That's some other shit though. I try to keep, you know, everything from kind of bleeding over. It's a little hard, but anyway, just getting into it. I'm really interested to see how this is all gonna play out though, because again, I think I said this before. This is actually the second take I've had on this because I had recorded and stopped, and then the camera quit. And I only had about a minute's worth of footage recorded, so I had to kind of go back over. But knowing that Crocodile and Smoker can't really cross paths because they're working in together, I'm really interested to see how all this is going to play out. But backtracking on this chapter, the beginning was hilarious, okay? The beginning was hilarious simply because Vivi knocks the hell out of Luffy and Zoro and Usopp because they want to cook the sea cat, which is a sacred cat for Alabasta, okay? That's the sign that they're in Alabasta's atmosphere, okay? But the other thing, in their atmosphere. But the other thing about all this is I like the fact that Oda showed how a few days without food and probably drinking not the best water, okay? They've probably had to boil the water, boil the salt water and everything. So I like how Oda shows all of this. It shows how hunger can cause you to kind of act a little crazy. But the other thing is, you know, I would expect Sanji to be a little better equipped to handle this. I mean, he did say just cook it. So I'm really wondering if that was him kind of just putting on a Super Saibaho cape because he's like, I got to cook Nami something. But the thing is, you know, Sanji went, I believe, 80 days without food or somewhere. So it was an absurd amount of time, okay? Because he ran through the food that, you know, Zeph gave him really quick. You know, he's rationing it out, but I believe it could have lasted longer than what it did. But I like seeing that. The comedy was there. But Zoro's plan, I'm very let down on this, man, because it's cliche, okay? It's cliche. I've seen this before in a lot of different mediums of entertainment where you use like a article of clothing to differentiate because you have a doppelganger, or in this case you have the clone fruit that is able to accurately, you know, depict another person, okay? So, or turn Mr. 2 into another person. So I'm not going to get upset over it. Like I said, I've seen it a lot, but Oda's built up enough rapport with me as a reader to where I'm just going to buy into what it is he's going to do. I'm thinking in some kind of way those ribbons will come back up, but the thing about all of that is, like I said, I've seen it before a lot. It's cliche, but one of the things you have to keep in mind is usually when you write, it's impossible to avoid cliches. At some point, they're going to come through in your writing. The trick is to take the cliche and to bring something new to it. So I'm going to give Oda that opportunity as a reader. I'm going to buy into this. I'm not going to get too upset over it. He doesn't have a history of just, using cliches galore. So that was pretty cool. But overall, this was a really good chapter. Not the best, not bad. It was just a good setup chapter. Left off on a cliffhanger. My chapter question for you guys is, what were your thoughts about Ace's design when you saw it? Were you thinking along the lines that I were, or were you just, looking at this and going, this guy's looking for Luffy? Like, what were your thoughts? What were your impressions? But as always, if you like anything I had to say, make sure you hit that like button, comment, rate, subscribe, share. Follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter. But as always, thanks for watching. Have an awesome day, people.